up? Welcome back to my channel, So Jazzy B. That's me. And today, you guys, I have a story time for you. Now, this story time comes because I actually ran into this person. This person is not good for me. And he is my stalker. Yes, I had a stalker when I was in high school, and I didn't know him. But yeah, I want to get into the story. I ran into him yesterday when I was out grocery shopping, and it was so awkward because every time I do see him, because we do still live in the same city, every time I do see him, it's so awkward, you guys. Like, we will lock eyes and then be like, awkwardly moving around, like, because I'd be like afraid if he's going to approach me. Like, if he approached me, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just lose it. But yeah, let's get into the story of the time that I had a stalker. Okay, you guys. So this started back. I want to start, like, I have to backtrack and tell you the backstory of it. Now, I do have an older sister. She is 12 years older than me. Yeah, 12 years. And so, when she was like in high school, she used to, have this little boyfriend, and I don't want to say his name because I'm not saying that he watched me or he ever will, but I don't want it to ever get back and his name is there. So we're going to say his name is Mike. Okay, so she had a boyfriend named Mike, and so she would like hang outside. He would come and see her and see how she's doing, things like that. And I was a little kid, so I would be outside playing all the time. Also, my mom would make her take me on dates if she went on a date or anything. My mom would make her take me, which is crazy, but yeah, I guess that's the way of her making sure that my sister didn't do anything with these boys. I don't know. I mean, I was like a little kid. I don't know what I was going to do, or she could have bribed me with some candy, But anyway, so she had this little boyfriend, and when I would be outside playing with my friends, she would be outside hanging out with him because he lived like around the corner from us. And so he would say hi Jazzy, and I'd be like, hi Mike, and that's just what it was. It's not like I knew him, like we used to hang out, and I don't even think she ever went on a date with him. They probably weren't even like officially boyfriend and girlfriend, but I knew he liked my sister, and I knew she liked him. And so he would come over our house often. Now, he would never come inside the house. He would be outside. So it wasn't like my mom knew him. My mom didn't know him like that. I think she knew his mom, like later on. Came to find out that she did know his mom. And so, it would be like that in passing. Now, time had went on. My sister grew up. She moved out. She went and bought her a house or whatever and did her thing. Well, this guy still lived with his mom. And he would drive up and down the street. Now, you know what, you guys? He was your typical, like, bum. When I say bum, I mean, he's like 25, 7, 8, 9, 30, 20. You know what I mean? He's that. And still living at home with his mom. He, the one that lived at home with his mom that got like, they wear the J's all the time and got the nice car back then. They had like Chevys or whatever they were called. I don't know. It was back in the day. Yeah, I'm old. Whatever. He had like rims on there and bass and, flipping up there. And he had all that, okay? And he would be driving up and down the street all day. Man did not have no job. You know how I know? Because he would drive up and down the street all the time. So, and every time he would drive up and down the street, from outside playing, like I said, I was 12 years different than her. So when she grew up and moved out, I was still young and I still, outside playing with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And he would drive down the street and be like, hi, Jazzy. And I'm like, hi, Mike. It was just innocent. I'm just, hi, how you doing? Like, I know him. I mean, I knew him or whatever. And it became fishy when he would drive up and down the street multiple times and say hi. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but once you said hi to somebody within that day, isn't that enough? Like, do you drive down the street and say hi to the same person like 10 times? It was to the point to where I didn't even want to be outside. Now, you guys, the creepy part about it is when he did stalk me, I would be outside and hanging out and stuff like that. I was like 14 years old. So, yeah, I did stay at home by myself because, my siblings are older than me. I also have an older brother, and he's like 7 years older than me or whatever. So he was out of the house. My mom had to work. She was a single mom. And so I would be at home by myself. But my mom used to always tell me, don't come outside. Stay inside until I get home. Well, of course, I was a child that did not listen. So I would go outside and hang out with my friends and stuff like that. when I was the only one at home. Now, there was no cars outside because, like I said, my mom was at work. So I would be there by myself. So he could have really known that I was there by myself. You know, I don't know. So I'll be outside or whatever, and he would hang up right up and down the street multiple times to say hi. It was really weird, but I don't know. I really didn't think much of it. I just thought he was weird. I thought he was weird when he talked to my sister. So, you know, it was, okay, he's weird. And then it's really started, the bad stuff started, you guys, was when Facebook was like, I don't know if it had like just started because I'm not sure how long Facebook, you know, how long Facebook been existing. I can't think of the words. I'm sorry. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Whatever. But I know that Facebook was not popping, you guys. That's when MySpace. Yes, MySpace. Some of you guys might even know what that is. MySpace was like popping. MySpace and Urban Chat. That was like, and I've never had an Urban Chat ever, but I did have a MySpace like a long time ago. But that's when MySpace was popping. Everybody had their MySpace. I mean, popping. And I was on Facebook. Like, I had learned about Facebook, and a lot of people did not know anything about Facebook. And if they heard about it, it would be like, man, what the heck? That's whack. You know, MySpace, you can make your page this color, that color, make it all cute, or whatever. And so I had my Facebook, and then Facebook, you know, this was right around the time. Like, I had already made my Facebook when MySpace was still popping. But then Facebook started getting traffic. And so, but it still was not for young kids. It was, you know, it was for older people. And older people like 20s to 30s like that, not like old people, but older people. And I remember I had got on my Facebook one day, and I got a friend request, and I'm like, okay, you know, I'll look on there, and it's Mike, and I'm like, what the heck, like, dude, you tripping, like, move along, like, what the heck? And so I had declined the friend request. And so, you know, I'm like, this dude is crazy or whatever. Like, he's tripping. What the heck? And so he friend requested, like, he sent another friend request. And I'm like, don't you get it? I do not want to be your friend. What the heck? Like, I'm like, why? What do you need to be my friend for? Why? I don't know. Like, he sent me another friend request. And I'm like, what the heck? So I declined that again. I didn't think, like, okay, maybe I should tell somebody about this or anything, because I'm like, okay, he's just sending a friend request because he's weird. Maybe he's trying to get in touch with my sister. I don't know. But my sister she wasn't really worried about him. You know, I think she had a man at that time. And I'm like, she's not really worried about you. And so he friend requested me again. At this point, I had to go in and figure out how to block him. So I'm like, okay, let me block this man because he don't get the picture. So he ended up sending me a request again. Or no. Before I blocked him, he had sent me a message and was like, hey, Jazzy, how you doing? I just want to see what's going on, you know, thing like that. And I'm just like, no. Blocked. So at that point, I did block him. And you guys, when I tell y'all, this man created a new Facebook and sent me a friend request. I'm like, oh my gosh. At this point, right, it should have been alarming. It's red lights flashing. Hello. Dude's a creep. You know, say something to your mama. Do something. You know, he's a creep. But, you know, I was young. I didn't know. And I'm just like, when he sent me another friend request, and he sent me a message again. And it was like, hey, Jesse, how you doing? I just want to see how you've been. Such like that. And I'm thinking like, okay, this man is like, at this point, I'm 14, so he's like 24. You know, he's like 27, you know, knocking on 30. Like, why are you inquiring about this 14-year-old little girl? Anyway, so I had this job at the grocery store. I was 14 years old. I don't think I was supposed to work there. You guys, I don't think I was supposed to, because I believe here in Kansas where I live, you have to be 15 years old to work. But, you know, it's one of those, you know how not every, but a lot of, like, you know, little neighborhoods have that one grocery store. Now, it wasn't like, I don't know, it was like a smaller, like, Price Chopper type thing. Because we did have Price Chopper as well. But this was like the little tiny grocery store, you know, whatever. And I think the manager had like wiped at my mom or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I know he gave me a job, and I know I wasn't supposed to work there. But anyway, So I was working there, whatever. I would do little things like stock and like mop floors, and I was like small, little bitty, 80-pound-year-old little girl. Don't know why I was mopping these big, huge floors. And you know, the grocery store was small, but these floors was huge to mop. I barely can mop my mama kitchen floor. Okay. And anyway, so one day I'm at work. I haven't worked there for maybe like a month and a half. And one day I'm at work, and I'm like on the aisle with the juices and like cookies and things like that. So I'm trying to stalk, or like actually it wasn't really stalking. It was like, it's called facing or something like that when you pull it forward. Anyway, that doesn't matter. But I'm on that aisle. I'm like towards the end of the aisle, and I look down and I see Mike, and I'm like, I like instantly froze. Now I might have been super obvious because I instantly froze. I was like, oh shoot, like this man has been trying to get in touch with me. And I'm afraid that he's going to approach me just like I am now. And so I immediately turn and walk towards the back of the store. Now the particular aisle that I'm on is where the doors is. The doors is at the end of that aisle to get to the back of the store, you know, the storage room. And so I immediately start walking back towards the doors. And I get into the doors or whatever. And in those doors are like black doors that you push open, you know, and they have like a little circle, you know, like a little window there. And I think you can see in and out both. You can see both ways. And so I walk back there. I like duck down, and I'm like, I walk over. Like, okay, so you guys, I'm trying to give you guys a visual. I get back there, I duck down, and I'm like kind of creeping up to like peek out the window to see if he's still there. And he is, and I'm like, okay. Maybe he's trying to buy some juice. Maybe he didn't recognize me. You know, maybe I look different. Maybe he'll just leave me alone. And so I'm sitting back there, you guys, or maybe, okay, I'm going to be realistic. It was like 2 minutes, but it felt like 10. And so 2 minutes, though, you guys. It was like 2 minutes. I actually had a cell phone at that time, yeah. I don't think I ever looked at it, though. But it was like 2 minutes. And so I'm like, you know, I start to peek back up again and look and see, is he there? And he's still there. Like, oh, my gosh. So the way this grocery store was made in the storage, it had like when you open the double doors, you'd be in the storage with all the dry stuff. But it had like another little side door right here that you can go through, and that's where you would go to like the storage of the produce. And it had other produce and stuff like that. So it's like a refrigerator type thing. And it had, and when you go to the refrigerator part of the storage room, there's also another door to go out into the store. And so I was like, okay, so if he's still going to stay here, I'm going to go out, you know, go down towards the refrigerator part, and I'm going to go out the that door and go, and once you go out that door, you're inside the store, the produce part of the store. And I'm like, I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to sneak to the front counter and let them know that this man is, I need to stay, you know, secured until this man leaves. And so, you know, I do that. I walk through the storage room, go through the refrigerator storage, and then I go out the door. I walk all the way down the aisle, and I like tiptoe across the corner, like around the corner. I don't think he will be able to see me, but I like tiptoe around the corner or whatever. And what happened? So I get up to the front counter. Now, you guys, the only person that could be up there is the customer service people and management. And I believe they were helping a customer at that time, so it was like a little booth type thing. And I'm like, let me in. They're like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, it's this one girl like, you ain't got no business being up here. You ain't business being. No. And I was like, but no, she really was like that. Like, what you need to be up here for? You're not management. And I'm like, okay, well, can you please let me in? I'm like, somebody's out here and he's bothering me. I need to get inside. And so the manager, the manager, once I said it, immediately let me in. And I'm like, okay, this guy is out here. He's stalking, you know, this guy out here, he's been trying to get in touch with me. He's been hitting me up on Facebook. He's bothering me. He won't leave me alone and stuff like that. And they're like, okay, which guy? So they have a camera. So I'm showing them on the camera. This is the guy. You know, this is him right there. And they're like, okay, so we're going to watch him. So they watched him for about 10 minutes, you guys. When I tell you this man sat there, and I'm not over-exaggerating, 10 minutes. This man sat in the same aisle for 10 minutes. And it was like, what the heck? At that point, they knew something was wrong. So they're like, okay, let's call the police. Do you want to call the police? And I'm like, yes, call the police. This man won't leave. He's obviously not going to leave until he get in touch with me. And so, I'm sorry. So they called the police or whatever. At that point, they called the police. He started pacing around. He started pacing around the store. you know, walking all around the store. He went over here toward the meat. He's going over to the produce. He's like looking around, like looking for me. It looks like, mind you, guys, this man is not having. He have like a little carrier cart, and he's not putting anything in it. It's like he's not shopping for anything. It's obvious he's not shopping for anything. So the police finally come after a while. Yes, I do. It was in the hood. Yeah, it was in the hood. So the police took a while to come. You know what I'm saying? They don't even come when you get shot. So, you know, they definitely weren't coming when the person was safe, you know, secure or whatever. And so they finally get there, and what happened? They finally get there. They come into the booth. I explained the situation with them with the whole Facebook thing. They're like, have you told your mom? I'm like, no. You sound like an idiot, but I didn't. And then they asked, like, you know, how do you know this guy? I give him the backtrack of, you know, he's my sister's ex-boyfriend, and I know him that way. And he drives me down the street all the time and tells me hi. He's trying to, you know, stalk me on Facebook or whatever like that. And so they wanted to see the footage. So my manager also, like, started to rerun the footage they have of him. And they looking at the time on the camera and see, like, this man still sitting in the same spot. They looking at the time he came in the store, what time it is now, and the fact that he does not have anything inside his basket. And so they're like, okay, well, let's go approach him. So they go out, whatever. They go approach him. And they're like, hey, you know, can you step outside for me? And you can see him, like, moving his hands, like, what are you talking about? What am I doing? I'm shopping. And so they take him outside or whatever. And so where the booth is, there's, like, these big old windows, and I'm looking outside, I'm watching them, and you can see the officer talking to him, telling him that he needs to leave. And come to find out, they was telling him, like, you need to leave. The manager don't want you here. We heard that there was a disturbance, or that you're disturbing and you're loitering. I've never been able to say that word, but it's like when you're just being there for no reason. You guys heard what I'm talking about, like loitering, I believe is what it's called. Anyway, and so they're like, you're not service no purpose here. You're just here and you're bothering, or you're making someone, I don't know, not happy. You guys, I promise you, I really am not, like, slow. I just cannot think, you guys. Sorry. But it's basically like you're disturbing someone. And so, like, he leaves or whatever. He, of course, is very upset, but he leaves. And, yeah, I don't remember what happened after that. I know we did call my mom. My mom did come up there. And my mom came up there and, you know, she came and got me. But every time I see him afterwards now, it's so awkward. I don't believe he went to jail or anything like that. I don't think so. Because, like, he didn't, you know, do, like, any potential, like, well, he didn't do any, like, threat or anything to me. But, he did still live at his mom's house, so I would see him right up down the street. It's to the point where I didn't want to come outside. But then my mom told me, here recently that she had went to this church to, like, she has a church, but she had went to this church for, like, a special event or something like that. And she ran into his mom. Now, I've never seen his mom. I don't know who his mom is. But I don't think my mom knew exactly. She knew this woman, but she didn't know that was his mom. And she was like, I know you. And the woman was like, I know you too. And then they were like, yeah. She said, my son is, I almost said his real name. She said, my son is Mike. And my mom was like, really? Like, you're the mom of the man that was stalking my 14-year-old daughter? But yeah, so, like, I still see him sometimes. I see him yesterday, but I haven't seen him in a while, like a long time before then. So, but yeah, you guys, that is the time I had a stalker. Did he bother me again after that? I'm not sure. I want to say yes, but like years later. But yeah, I just kept ignoring him. So he never, like, approached me, never said anything to me afterwards, I don't believe. But yeah. So you guys, I do want to thank you again for watching. I hope you like. I want to thank you again for watching this video. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And I do want to thank you again for all my subscribers and my supporters. I want to thank you for watching my videos and liking and being here when I do upload. Also, my children do have a YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, I will leave the link to their channel in the description below. Also, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this story. Also, and leave me a comment and let me know if you ever had a stalker and what happened, or was there any charges pressed, or did it go that far? Thank you again. Okay, you guys, and like I said, I will leave the link to my children's video down in the description below. You can go ahead and check their channel out. Check out their videos. Please like their videos as well. Leave a comment and let them know what you like. What you like about their videos, and also give them some ideas. And yeah, so thank you guys. Bye.